What's going on, guys? So, you want to hear a story about why I started fitness? Well, here it is. All my life in elementary and middle school, I was always the quiet kid. The skinny little scrawny kid, always trying to make friends. Well, I got bullied in elementary and middle school. You know, I don't know why. I'm just, some people just are like that. And then in middle school, where it really took a toll on me, I was in my teen era. And that's when everyone was like, oh, made a rumor about me that I was a stalker or some shit, but wasn't true. It did last the whole 2 years, 2.5 years in middle school, and yeah, I was just bullied, made fun of, names because I wore glasses and I had messed up teeth. It wasn't until high school is when I got contacts, got braces, fixed my teeth. But yeah, all my life I had something to deal with. Then high school, I tried to find someone to fall in love with. Obviously, that didn't work. I dated around freshman sophomore year, just got cheated on a lot. Junior senior year, ended up with this crazy girl that was always mad all the time, angry, accusing me of everything. So I had to let them go too. And then after high school is where I met this girl that was going to change everything for me. Well, I knew this girl since middle school, and obviously it was good for the first 3 years. It was nice to have somebody. Did a lot. I did a lot for her. Drove her to work all the time. We always did something. It was the aquarium, Lexington. Doesn't matter what day it was. Doesn't matter how tired I was. I would wake up just to go and be there for her. And I did a lot for the nieces and everything. And yeah. But then 2020 came around, and everything started falling apart. I started seeing her drift away. Uh, she started giving me signs about um, to do whatever you want, go talk to other people if you want, go cheat on me. She tried to find ways for me to break up with her, but I never did. And then it wasn't until whenever she started treating me like crap all of a sudden for no reason, and then started treating my family a certain way, is when I started to realize like there's somebody else in this picture. And yeah, there was. For months, she didn't tell me until summer that yeah, there was somebody that she met back in March next to her work. So that really took a toll on me. When we broke up, I didn't know what to do. I felt lost. I started drinking a lot, going out, doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. Until I realized, why am I gonna level myself down over somebody that obviously never cared about me? Because in the end, it shows you how much they care about you and how much they don't. Obviously, she left me and got with somebody else in a heartbeat, replaced me like nothing. So, right there shows you how much she really cared about you. So, that's when I realized, like, am I really going to hurt myself and downgrade myself over somebody? Because obviously she's not caring about me no more. You know? And I already saw this coming too. Within weeks before she left me, I already saw a dream and a signs like, hey, she's going to leave you. But when she does, this is what I want you to accomplish. This is all the goals you could accomplish. So, you know, I didn't believe it at first. I had told her one time, I was like, I had a dream that you left me. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah. It's weird, right? It's like God telling me a sign, like, hey, this girl might leave you. This is what she's going to do to you. But this is what I want you to accomplish. You know? There's always signs in the very beginning. You just don't see them. But you got to pay attention to see them. So, yeah. 2020, 2021, I started going to the gym. It was kind of hard because, it was during COVID. You had to wear a mask. So, that was hard to do. I wasn't really into it yet. 2022 came around. I started going to the gym a little bit more. The mask mandate was barely coming off. So, yeah. And then met this other girl. It's like all the times I was always getting distracted by something. It's like test, like the universe trying to test you. Like, hey, here's this girl. Let's see what you're gonna do about it. It's like a test, which it always is. So, met her. Everything was good. But then, it's a problem. There's always another guy, which there was. And at that point, I was already like, it's either me or him. It is what it is. It's me or him. You make the signs. And she left. She got with him. And I just said, okay, well, you do this. We can't be friends. I can't be friends with somebody I actually like. Because that's just gonna, it doesn't work out. A guy being friends with a girl that you actually love and like never works out. So I had to let her go, you know, for her own sake. Because if not, she would have still been talking to me behind that guy's back, and I know what it feels like to, you know, talk to some girl behind someone's back. It sucks. I didn't want to be that guy, so I told her, it is what it is. You get with him, I went ghosted her, had to let her go. It was, hardest thing to do, but I had to do it for the better, and yeah, that's pretty much happened. Obviously, she ended up hating me later on because of my decision, but I told her, like, I can't be friends with somebody I actually like. Like, sorry, I don't want to interrupt your relationship. I don't want to be the cause of something that, you know, I'm not meant to be in. This guy was in the military, so, I just told her, it is what it is. You'll learn eventually. You're young. I was like 3 years older than her. I'm like, you'll learn. But by then, I probably won't want you no more. I'll probably be moved on by then or doing better in my life. So, just, it is what it is, After getting broken up from that one girl that tore me down a lot, that I've always wanted, it made me stronger to where I could let people go, like, okay, it is what it is. I'm still going to better myself for me. So, that's the plan. Since then, 2022 and on, I just been focused on the gym, going hard. Made a lot of progress then. I'm happy. I've also got to travel places. I went to Alpha Land with my cousins, and going to Austin with my friends. There's a lot more travels are coming, just little by little. Trying to make some time because I do work nights, so I try to make time to, have fun and actually live a life because life goes fast. I'm already 28, and I got heartbroken when I was 22, so life goes by fast. And from 22 and on, I learned a lot about myself, who I am, and life lessons and tests. And the universe tries to test you every day, and it's either you go with it or you let it crush you. So this is the way it is. So yeah, like that's what got me to the gym, mainly because getting bullied, and I've always wanted to, be bigger and better. So that's what made me grow, was getting bullied all my life and then heartbroken and cheated on and hurt, and I was tired of it. So you know what I did? I focused on myself for a change. That's what I did. So yeah, this is a short vlog video. Hope you like and subscribe to the video. More vlogs are coming because I got these mics recently, like a few days ago. So I like them. They're nice, small, easy. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing y'all soon.